Good morning, students. Welcome to the class today. In the last class, we studied forms of government and democracy. Forms of government. In forms of government, aristocracy, monarchy, autocracy, oligarchy, theocracy, democracy, and republic. We studied. Is it? In democracy, what is democracy? What is democracy? Democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Yes, meaning, definition, and important salient features and evolution. These topics we saw. And also types of democracy, that is direct democracy and indirect democracy. And also its merits and demerits and democracy in India we studied. Now we are going to study elections in India. India has a quasi-federal government with elected representatives at the federal, state and local levels. The general elections are conducted by the Election Commission of India. The Election Commission is situated in New Delhi. His head is Election Commissioner. It is in national level. In the state level, election process is monitored by Chief Electoral Officer. In every district collector monitor the election process. Okay. At the national level, the President of India appoints the Prime Minister who enjoys majority in the Lok Sabha, the lower house of the Parliament of India. There are two houses of Parliament. One is Lok Sabha, another one is Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha, another name, lower house or house of people. Rajya Sabha, upper house or council of states. In Lok Sabha, all members of the Lok Sabha are directly elected through general elections, which take place once in 5 years in normal circumstances. In that, two Anglo-Indian members can be nominated by the President of India to the Lok Sabha. In Rajya Sabha election, members of the Rajya Sabha, the upper house of the Indian Parliament, are elected by an electoral college consisting of elected members of the legislative assemblies of the states and the union territories of India. The President of India nominates 12 members for their contributions to art, literature, science and social services. Yes, the first elections in democratic India. Next one is the first elections in democratic India. General elections to the first Lok Sabha since independence were held in India between 25th October 1951 and 21st February 1952. In this election, the Indian National Congress, that is the Congress Party, emerged victorious. Congress Party won the election by winning of 364 of the 489 seats. Jawaharlal Nehru became the first democratically elected Prime Minister of the country. In that election, Congress won the election. Jawaharlal Nehru became the first democratically elected Prime Minister of the country. Next, British India general elections 1920. General elections were held in the British India in 1920 to elect members to the Imperial Legislative Council and the Provincial Councils. They were the first election in the country's history. Next one is major challenges to Indian democracy. Democracy is the dominant form of government in the contemporary world. It has not faced a serious challenge or a rival so far. In the last 100 years, there has been an expansion of democracy all over the world. The various aspects of democracy and its challenges we are going to see now. What are the major challenges we are facing now? Illiteracy, poverty, gender discrimination, regionalism, corruption, criminalization of politics, political violence, and casteism, communalism, and religious fundamentalism. Illiteracy. In India, most of the people are illiterates. If we give proper education to everyone, major problems will be decreased. Then poverty. Crimes are happening because of poverty only. Then gender discrimination, male female discriminations. Then regionalism, state-wise problems. Then corruption. Wherever we saw, whenever we open any newspapers, we can first headline is corruption. Must be avoided. Then criminalization of politics. There are so much of criminalizations in politics. So we must be eradicate that. Then political violence. Last one, casteism, communalism, and religious fundamentalism. These are all the major problems we are facing every day. Then conditions for the success of democracy in India. How can we overcome that? What are the conditions for the success of democracy in India? First one, empowerment of the poor and illiterates to enjoy goodness of democracy. Every citizen must enjoy the goodness of democracy. The democracy is not only for educated and rich people. It must be given to poor and illiterates also. So, empowerment of the poor and illiterates to enjoy the goodness of democracy. Second one, willingness among the elected people not to misuse their powerful position and public wealth. We elected some representatives know that representatives should not misuse their power and should not waste our public wealth. Next one, eradication of social evils and dangers from which democracy suffers. Social evils must be eradicated. Fourth one, an impartial and efficient press to form public opinion. Whatever news we hear through medias only, press people only. So, the press people must be partial and efficient. They should not be impartial. Fifth one, presence of strong public opinion. People must be presence of strong opinion. Must be strong for their opinions. Sixth one, feeling of tolerance and communal harmony among the people. We the people of India must be tolerate with one another and communal harmony must be. If it is possible, so many problems will be gone away. Seventh one, awareness among the people of the fundamental rights that they are entitled to enjoy. We the citizens must know what are the fundamental rights we have, must be followed. Eighth one, conscious check and vigilance on the working of the elected representatives. We must check our elected representatives what they are doing. Then only they will be afraid of us. If not, they are doing their work continuously. Last one, powerful and responsible opposition. The opposition leader must be powerful and responsible. What's the government is going on? What is the ruling party people are going? So, these are all the important points for the success of democracy in India. Indian democracy can be successful and vibrant only when the citizens imbibe and reflect in their behavior the basic democratic values like equality, freedom, social justice, accountability, and respect for all. Their mindset, thinking, and behavior are expected to be in tune with the essential conditions of democracy. They have to appreciate the opportunities for their desired roles like participation, making the systems accountable, fulfilling obligations, and playing proactive roles to actualize the goals of democracy. Okay, students, this lesson is completed now. I will meet you in the next class. Thank you, students.